Pat Montgomery, and you are with me on Parents Rule YouTube version. You can go to my website and find me there at Facebook and Twitter, and you can find my blog at parentsrulewithpat.blogspot.com, but my website is parentsrulewithpat.com, and you can find my books there too. Today we're going to talk about the fact that you can be a great parent. You've got all the tools inside of you. I know I worried about that when I was a young parent, and would I be able to do this job? Pretty tough job. But you can. Trust me. The biggest thing you got going for you is love. You created this child out of love. You got lots of love out there. You've got intelligence. You've got instinct. You've got the ability to find information if you need it. You've got common sense. Yeah, you do. Come on, pull it out. You can use it. Sense of humor is a big deal. Got to have a sense of humor. Some days more than others. Trust me. You've also got angels watching over you. They help. They help a lot. Biggest thing to remember is that you're not going to be a perfect parent. There's no such thing. Never has been, never will be. We all make mistakes. Forgive yourself and move on. In the heat of a moment, you make a decision and you don't know whether it's the right one or not. You just do the best job you can. Just like every other decision you make in your life, financial or work-related or whatever, you just make the best decision with the information you have at the time. If it's not the right one, you'll know. And if it is the right one, you'll know that too. The other thing I want you to be realistic about is the fact that kids are going to get hurt. And I hate to say that. I know I held my babies close to me and I said, I'll never let anything hurt you. I love you so much, and I promise you, Mommy, will never let anything hurt you. And that wasn't realistic. It's not life. Life has pain and disappointment and rejection. Life has failure. Just like it has happiness and joy and satisfaction and achievement and understanding. You can't shelter your children from all the pain in life. I wish we could. But you can't. You can be there to comfort them and guide them through it and help them learn how to develop the skills to cope with it. And that is really your job, not preventing their pain, but helping them learn coping skills. Don't ever forget that life is magical. It's so important as a parent. Looking at a cloud and watching it float by for the first time, seeing it for the first time through the eyes of your child is just something that you'll never forget. Or watching a butterfly flutter around for the first time and seeing the wonder on their face. I'm getting to experience that again now with my grandchildren. And keep the magic. It's real important. Life is difficult, and sometimes it can be terrifying. And this awesome responsibility, the sacred trust that we've been given to care for these children can be overwhelming. And I spent a lot of time playing the what-if game. And what a useless game that is. But I was queen of it. And I would lose sleep at night trying to figure out, oh my gosh, what am I going to do if this happens? What am I going to do if that happens? And none of those things ever happened, not one of them. Other things happened, but those things never happened. So, please don't do what I did and play that stupid game. Life's going to happen, and just take it as you cross the bridges. Don't cross them before you get to them. But where do parents go for the best advice? Now, Parents Rule, of course, but beyond that, actually your best advice comes from within. Use your instincts. You've got them. They're there. Nobody knows your child like you do. Nobody knows your home situation like you do, and nobody knows you like you do. So look inward. Ask God, ask spirit guides, ask whoever you believe in. But look inside and trust that instinct. It's there. And it will always guide you correctly. You can always ask parents, your parents, other people's parents, grandparents, friends you know that have kids, what they would do in a certain situation, and use that as part of your decision-making tree. There are plenty of books, plenty of radio shows, plenty of stuff on YouTube. You got all kinds of resources. My kids were actually my best teachers. I knew when I had made a good decision and when I hadn't by the way it affected them. Now, I'm not saying if you tell your child to clean their room and they get mad and say they hate you, that it was a bad decision to tell them to clean their room. Quite the opposite. But there are some decisions you wonder if you did the right thing, and they're more complex than cleaning the room. I watched my kids and to see how it would affect them overall, especially if they knew I wasn't watching. And I knew when I had done right and when I hadn't. And you will too. It's there. Another piece of advice I have for you is to make a memory every day. Every day. Implant a memory on your brain. Some days it's easier than others. Some days they do something so adorable and you think, oh, I'll never forget this as long as I live. Like last night I was with two of my grandsons who are 2 and 3, and they were running and playing, and they would run up to each other and give each other big hugs. It was just so precious. And I don't think I'll ever forget that. It was very special. Then there's times where it's hard to find something really adorable about your child that day. And there were actually days when, in order to do that, I went into their bedrooms at night and watched them sleep. And I still have imprinted on my face, on my head, those little faces. Peaceful in slumber. So sweet, so innocent. And there's your memory for that day. And that's okay. That's okay. Just make a memory every day. And remember, even if you have more than one child, you got plenty of love to go around. I worried about that. I thought, well, I love this little girl so much. I've got this other baby coming. How am I possibly going to love that child as much as I do her? But I did. And God made it so that love multiplies instead of divides. And you've got 50 kids. You've got all the love you need for all of them. Please don't have 50 kids. I'm just saying. But it's okay. You're going to love them all. And I want you to get out and enjoy being a parent. It's the best job you'll ever have. This is Parents Rule, and I'll catch you next time.